So one of the things that Donald Trump and Republicans want us to believe is that there are problems with our elections, that they're not free and fair. And they've been trying to pass laws through Congress, and when that didn't work, Donald Trump signed an executive order trying to change how elections work. He did that back in March. Now, this executive order would require proof of citizenship at the polling location when you go to cast your ballot on election day. And it would say that you cannot count any ballot that is received after election day if it's a mail-in ballot, regardless of whether or not your state has a law that allows it to count ballots as long as they are postmarked by election day. Some states are 3, 5, 7 days after. It just depends, as long as it is postmarked ahead of election day, because things get lost in the mail. Sometimes it gets delayed, whatever. Well, he signed this executive order. And of course, there was a court case because Donald Trump gets sued over everything. And he typically loses these court cases because what he does is wrong. Well, this court case, we finally have a decision from a judge out of Massachusetts on this case and has ruled against the administration. This judge has said that the two things that this executive order addresses are unconstitutional. One, by saying you cannot count a ballot after that has been received by mail after election day, going against state law, that interferes with states' rights being able to set their own election standards, and it all requiring proof of citizenship at the polls is also states' rights issue because states have the power to set the time, place, and manner in which elections are held. Funny how Republicans only care about states' rights when they can use it to push their agenda, but when they want to push their agenda on a federal level, they don't care so much about states' rights. But anyway, this judge said both of those things violate the Constitution. However, she also said that there is a provision in the Constitution which does allow for Congress to set election laws. And that if Congress passed something and Donald Trump signed it, that would be different. But that there is no power for the president to just sign an executive order. Now, of course, Donald Trump is going to appeal this. But this is going to be slow walked. I doubt we get a decision on this. Even if it goes to an appeals court, then it'll go to the Supreme Court. We probably won't have one till after the midterm elections in 2026. But they're trying to change the elections so that way they can maybe win more seats because they know they're losing and they are not as popular as they want us to believe. But a judge today said Donald cannot do that. That was an unconstitutional order.